Okay, everybody, we're going to make a basketball bouncing animation from start to finish. This is really easy. This is only an 11 frame animation. It loops forever, but I'm going to show you how to do that from the beginning. So we're going to go File, New. This is Pivot 5. And yes, no, sure. I'm just naming my practice file here. So here's my new file. First, I'm going to make my screen a little more appropriate size. So I'm going to go to Edit, Options, and we're going to just choose, we're going to make a small box. I'm going to make this 400 by 400. Okay. Now, second, we're going to get my character standing right here in the middle, make him a little bigger. Okay. Then I'm going to add a basketball and a floor. So it's really easy to do. We're going to go to File, Create Figure Type, or Control Alt F. Actually, I like to use shortcut T, so Control Alt, hold down Control and Alt, press F. And the first thing I'm going to do, you should usually get a window that pops up like this. I'm going to go to File, New. Okay, and it starts you off with a line segment. You can change the line to a ball or a line. So we're going to start with a circle or a ball, and we're going to click on this fill circle, and we're going to make that orange, like a basketball. Okay, now we're going to say File, Save As. We're going to save this so we don't have to keep remaking it. I'm just going to call it basketball. And then I'm going to also say Add to Animation. Now it will put the ball in the animation. That's perfect. It's a good size. Now I just want to have a ground to put this on. So I'm going to go File, Create Figure Type again. This time I'm going to switch this to a line, and then I'm going to switch that to black. And I'm going to just move this over to the left a little. I'm going to hold down the Control, the CTRL key, and I'm going to just stretch it out so it's a little longer. And then I'm going to say File, Save As. I'm going to save this to my downloads, and I'm just going to call this Floor. And then I'm going to add to animation. And I'm going to stick that on the ground. And you can hold CTRL to pull this over. I want somewhere where the ball is actually going to hit and bounce. I'm going to put his feet there. I'm going to stand my character. I may change the character color. If you want to use if you have a custom character that you want to use, this is a great time to use a custom character. And here's how I did this. If you saw the other animation, you saw that my character had, I'm going to just start with the ball right here. And I'm going to have the dot like right where the other dot is. And that's how, and also I'm going to put my character in front. I'm going to shift, well, I have the basketball selected so I can raise or lower it. I'm going to lower it, and you see that it's behind the basketball so that the hand is on top of the basketball. Okay, now to make it bounce. All right, let's do this. So step one is I'm going to hit the frame once. There we go. Now I'm going to use the arrows. The arrow keys on your pivot are really going to make this a lot more cool and realistic. So I'm going to click on the arrow here, and I'm going to hit down 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to move it down a little bit. I'm going to zoom in so you can see this better too. Okay, so I'm going to move it down a little bit. I'm going to move the hand. I'm going to use the arrows by clicking on this dot right here. I'm going to move it down so that it stays right with the top of the ball, and I'm going to hit spacebar. And then I'm going to click on the orange. Notice I have the orange on the bottom of the ball. That's so it doesn't interfere with the hand here. So I suggest you reposition the ball so that the orange dot is at the bottom. I'm going to move it down. This time I'm going to move it a little bit more. You see the spacing here was very close, and now it's getting wider. I'm going to move the hand down, and I'm going to move the arm. I'm going to click on the arm joint right here, and I'm going to bring that down so it's still touching the ball, and I'm going to hit spacebar. I'm going to get orange. I'm going to go straight down, and it's going to go further this time. Now the hand is going to come down even more. Now this is a slow in, slow out situation. Remember that you start closer and then you spread out more as something speeds up. So even the arm is going to get a little further apart, but it's going to slow down. It's going to bounce like when you bounce a ball you'll stand and you'll bounce it and you'll go boing and you'll move your hand up as the ball is coming back up. Your hand moves back up to do it if you've ever done basketball before. So my hand will keep going down as the ball goes down. Now the ball is going to move even more, even further than it was. The hand is going to, I'm going to keep the hand going down and it's going to slow down. So I'm going to make it less because the ball is going to be coming back up here. Ball is going to go even further. Hand is going to start slowing down. So I'm going to go about half the distance. Ball is going to hit the ground this time, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to hit the ground with the ball. There's the ball hitting the ground. Here's my hand. It is just going to go a tiny bit. It's getting less and less. Now it's going to be moving back up. My hand is going to be moving back up. The ball is going to come back up. And when you start a new direction, the space between the frames should be close. So I'm going to make this bounce here. I'm going to move it up just a little bit because it's starting a new direction. I'm going to do the hand just a little bit. I'm using the up and down. I'm just using the up and down arrows, okay? And I'm a space bar. Make sure you hit that space bar or the add frame. Okay, this one is going to go bigger, and this one is going to go bigger too. I want the hand to meet the ball when it reaches back up to its spot. And I think this is going to look really cool. It's going to be a perfect loop too. Like I'm going to get that up more. It's going to be more, and then let's just get this so I can see. Might even move the hand up a little bit. Okay. This should be like almost to the hand here. And the hand's going to like kind of slow down because it's reaching the top of its, I'm moving less with the hand. And then this is going to hit the hand right here. I'm going to stop it right there, and I'm going to move this up so it perfectly touches the top right there. Boom. Watch this. I'm going to hit play. And you have the bouncing basketball. Is it perfect? No. Does it work? Absolutely. And that's, I'm not even using any in-betweens. I'm going to try that. I'm going to click on all these frames, shift, and I'm going to use this thing called in-betweens. I'm going to put 2. I'm going to hit play. And that's going to smooth it up a little bit too. Look at that. I wonder if I add more. Stop. Play. Do I have 5 in-betweens on every frame? Yes. Play. Oh, wow. Okay. 5 is too many. I'm going to change that. Stop. I'm going to change this to 2 in-betweens. What in-betweens do, we haven't really talked about in-betweens yet. In-betweens, I'm not going to try to explain it right now. All I'm going to say is we made a basketball, we made a floor, we made it bounce. It looks pretty cool. You can do the in-betweens if you want. I think the in-betweens look pretty amazing. I need to set it to 2 though. I want to set it to 2. Enter. Did it work? Yes. Now let's play it. Yeah, it looks pretty smooth. I feel like it only needs 1 though. I'm going to set my in-between to 1. In fact, I don't even know if I need an in-between for this. Enter. Yeah. Play. I think it looks pretty good without in-betweens. Actually, the in-betweens look pretty smooth. I might have 1 in-between. So you can decide what looks best in your animation. I hit the number 1, then I hit enter, and then I click on the frame, and it says, do you want to set all the selected frames to this value? And I'm going to say yes. And now I'm going to play it. And I'm going to click my speed up so the speed still feels. There we go. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. All right. I hope that helps. Now you know how to create an object, how to change its color, how to change its size, how to add it in, how to save it. And this is the box fall animation. I think for some people was pretty complicated. This is a simpler way to get into simple animation. So there you go.